All right, so this episode, I would like to go over what I would tell my younger self. First things first is the peace that I have now is worth everything that I lost. I know at the time you were blind to the good that would come out of all the bad, and it was a lot of bad. There was times where I was thrown in jail. There was times where I almost died. My mom literally used to tell me, "Kid, you got 9 lives." Like, she would sit up at nighttime and I wouldn't come home, wouldn't be answering the phone, and she would just be sick to her stomach. And it's just, you can't see the things in the future. You just can't. But I'm telling you that all of that trial and error, all of that pain is gonna result to something good. You weren't supposed to know what you know then. You were supposed to learn from it, and it shaped you into a better person. It made you know how to act. It made you know what you want in life. It taught you how to respect women. It taught you how to respect other people. It taught you how to be a true, genuine person. And if you didn't go through all of those hardships, then you would not be who you are now. You just got to keep going. You got to keep getting up. You're going to get knocked down over and over. And I'm going to continue to get knocked down in the future. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. You just have to get back up every single time. Another thing is, you can spend time planning every little step and you could think of every possible scenario. But I'm telling you, you will never be prepared enough. You just have to go out and you have to get it. As you're climbing up the ladder, the next step is going to start to appear. And then you're going to get to that one, and then the next step will appear, and you'll get to that one, and the next one will come, so on. It's not going to be just a straight shot up the ladder. There's going to be times where you're going to crash down back to the ground. You might have to start everything over again. You might have to start from step one again. You could have been 100 steps in the sky, and you got to start back from scratch, and that's okay. Like I said before, just keep going, keep getting up. I think one of the most important things I would tell my younger self is screw reality. Reality is just this picture that they're trying to paint in your head. It's okay that you didn't go to school. It's okay that you didn't go to college. It's okay that you didn't do all those things. It's okay you never went to prom. You never went to all these things. You never got to experience a true childhood. That doesn't matter. There's going to be people trying to put that thought in your head that you have to do things a particular way because that's all that they know. Go teach yourself something otherwise. Go know what you know. Don't listen to other people around you. Don't try to fit in. It's good to stand out. You want to stand out amongst the crowd, to be honest. Otherwise, you're just going to be that next person that graduated school, went to college, accumulated a bunch of debt. Now you're working this 9-to-5 job, paying back your debt, paying taxes to the government, and you're not doing what you really want to be doing in your life. I see a lot of people who didn't chase their dreams, and they're getting to the later stages of their life. They're 40, 50 years old, and they are miserable. And they might not show it in the work field. They might not show it immediately, and they might be able to hide it. But when they get home, when they're laying in bed at the end of the night, and they're sitting there thinking, what did I just do with my day? That is something that you just never want to deal with. So it doesn't matter about reality. It doesn't matter about what a perfect life is. It's about what your life is. It's about nothing else. Pave your own lane, figure out what you like to do, and just do it. It's as simple as that. Now, actually, this is the most important thing I'll tell myself is all of your rejections were just God protecting you. All those times where you got denied by a girl that you were pursuing, or all those times that you tried to go do this job and be this particular person and the doors were shut on you, thank the Lord that happened, to be honest, because it could have got you wrapped up in something that you just are not. It ties back into reality. It's almost a sense of fakeness. Like, you want to be authentic. You want to be genuine. You want to be real. All those times that you were shut out and shut down was really just a redirection for you. Good thing you're not with that one girl that you were pursuing, because guess what? You probably would end up spending your life trying to please somebody who wasn't fully there for you or wasn't your particular person, and you would have wasted it. You would have wasted it because the years are going to continue. The clock never stops. The day after day after day after day is going to happen, and you're going to sit there and you're going to look back and you're going to regret all the chances that you didn't take. There's no right way. Do not let people discourage you. A lot of successful people, they don't have that click or that breakthrough until they're later on in their life, and that's fine. It's because they spent so many years trying to live a life for another person, or trying to satisfy their parents' wants, or trying to satisfy their girlfriend at home who just was not right for them. If I could tell my younger self something, I would tell him that Colonel Sanders was 62 years old when he founded KFC. But you know why he was 62 years old when he founded KFC? It's because he spent the majority of his life working at other restaurants, trying to satisfy the bills and trying to take care of other things, when really, if he just took that 1 or 2 years of stagnicity and just followed one particular pursuit, he would have got there a lot sooner. If maybe he was 23 years old, 24 years old, and he was trying to figure everything out, and he was overwhelmed by all his bills, and he was broke, and he didn't want to be broke anymore, it just led him down a path of still being broke. It was just a broke mindset, just day after day after day, showing up for another company, not getting rewarded, putting in all the work for another restaurant, something that's not even yours. There's no takeaway from it. You're just getting your weekly check, bi-weekly check, and you're just going home, and you're just getting by. If he had just taken a year or two to just lock down and be like, all right, I'm gonna be broke for this year or two, it doesn't matter, because on that third year, I'm about to have my own restaurant. He probably would have got there sooner. Younger you, all those hard times that you're going through are key assets to your life. It's going to shape you. It's going to mold you into who you are becoming. Seize every opportunity that you could possibly seize. Don't shut things out. Don't be so racist. Don't be so judgmental. Don't be so disrespectful. Go about life with an open mind and an open heart. Don't be afraid to fail. Do not. Honestly, the biggest failure in life is not taking a risk. Good things come with time. They're not going to happen overnight. You're going to get very, very impatient. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to want things right away. Just know that there are a lot of years ahead of you, and you need to be able to make calculated moves so you can enjoy them to the fullest. You don't want to rush things. That was a problem that I always had, was trying to rush things. I wanted things right then and there. I wanted instant gratification, and it doesn't work like that. It's about the long term. It's about building something that's sustainable for your future. I would tell my younger self, work hard, really, really hard, but please give yourself some credit. Stop. Be your number one critic, but to an extent. You don't have to beat yourself up so hard all the time. And take a damn break. Stop going 1,000 miles an hour, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It doesn't have to be like that. Take some time to pause. Take a little bit of time to breathe. Take time to enjoy the things that you currently have instead of worrying about the things that you want. Life is going to go so fast, but there's also so much time in the day to really do what you need to do, what you want to do. Younger you, man, do not buy luxury items or spend money on all these frivolous things. Who cares about a car? Who cares about a gold chain? Who cares about any of that stuff? Honestly, that stuff will come. It's a broke mindset that wants all those things. You should be focused on getting enough money together to build an asset for yourself, such as a rental property or some small business that's going to get you a residual income. And once you're making that residual and you got back end coming in every single month, that's when you could worry about the other things, the cars, the jewelry, the clothes, if you even want them at that point. But really, it doesn't matter about how you look. It matters about how you feel. Instead of spending all that money on all those dumb things, spend the money on traveling, and spend the money on creating memories, and spend the money on making sure that your family is good and everyone, take them out to dinner once in a while. Create a joyful moment for everybody. And you'll be able to look back at that and have something to truly hold on to, instead of being at the end of your life and just holding a nice big gold chain in your hand or holding the keys to a Porsche. What is that really doing for you? It's not doing anything. What's going to really do something for you is experience. Get out into the world. Don't spend $2,000 on going to the mall and buying all this designer clothes and nice shoes. Spend $2,000, buy yourself a plane ticket and go to Europe and go experience the world. Go get a little culturized and go learn how other people live. It's going to motivate you to either do better. It's going to make you smarter. It's going to make you more open-minded and open-hearted to know that there's other things out there. Or even put yourself in a place like a little village in Africa. Go visit a little village in Africa where people have so much less than you, so you could really see what you have, because you're ungrateful at the moment. Younger you, say no to things. All those things that you don't want to do. Don't get peer pressured and don't feel pushed into doing something. Just say no. If you don't want to go out for the night, then don't go out for the night. Your friends are sitting there saying like, oh, you're soft. Come on, let's go do this. Let's go do that. Who cares? Be soft. Chill at home. Go do something else with your life. Say no. Find something else to do that's going to be worthwhile for your future, instead of just going out, spending a bunch of money and getting drunk to the point where you can't even remember what happened that night. I think it's so stupid how I used to get high and get drunk and do all these things, and I thought I was creating memories for myself and joyful moments, but looking back, I can't even remember most of them. It's just, you're frying your brain. You should really be spending that money on educating yourself, and the money that you spend on education is going to make you more money in the long term. One of the things I'm very grateful that I did was go to New York, put myself in school to learn audio engineering, and now I don't have to spend $50 an hour at the studio. I can just sit here and do it myself, because I'm making a song every single day. Sometimes it takes me 2 hours. Sometimes it takes me 8 hours. 8 times 50, man, that really adds up. It's going to break your bank so quick. Just that knowledge that you have is going to not only save you money, but it's going to make you money in the long term, because guess what? Now you can charge $50 an hour. Life is going to start off easy. It's going to be all beautiful. Everything's taken care of for you. Your parents got you. There's food on the table. And then guess what? Life's going to get hard. You're going to have to push through it and just keep going. Life is going to get easy again. But then it's going to get even harder, because you're going to become an adult and you're going to go into the world out on your own. And if you don't have those things lined up for you, then you're just going to crash and burn. If you're not used to accepting failure, if you're not used to things not going your way, you're going to run back, you're going to retreat, you're going to tuck yourself into the shell, and you're going to want to shield yourself from the world, and it's just going to lead to you being miserable at the end of the day. Younger you, do it now, because the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be to develop that habit that you want to develop, whether it's going to the gym, or whether it's praying every day, or whether it's stop smoking, or whether it's make more money, or whatever it may be. If you don't start now, the older you get, the further you get into your life, you're going to get more comfortable. You're going to get more accustomed to a certain way. And it's going to be harder to break that. It's going to be harder to go develop a new skill when you're just used to sitting around getting high all day long. You've been doing it for so many years that what's going to change now? It'd be easier to kick a negative habit and develop a new one when you're only a few months in versus a few years in. It's going to become a part of your life. It's like teaching an old dog new tricks. It just doesn't work out. Let go of that ego. That ego is holding you back. It is destroying opportunities for you. It is keeping you in a negative mindset. And the more of a negative mindset that you have, the more negative of a life that you're going to live. And if you don't see it now, it's going to catch up to you. You could be making mistake after mistake, and you could be like, oh yeah, I'm going to get to that point. I'm going to get to the point. I'll be able to stop. But eventually you're going to get so deep that you're not going to be able to retreat from it, and you're not going to be able to backtrack from it. And so many things are going to happen that are just going to become unforgettable, and you're not going to be able to recover yourself from that. Don't waste any time on anything that isn't for you. It's too easy to live a life for other people, and anything that's not for you is really going to become a waste of time. Tying back to all the things that I said before, it's going to be all these chances that you didn't take. You're going to get towards the end of your life and you're going to be like, wow, I should have done this. I should have done that. I should have done this. I should have done that. Just do it. Go out, fail. Fine. Learn from it. Make a mistake, because that's human. It's fine to make mistakes. Just don't repeat that same one over and over and over, and you'll be good. It's like they don't want you to know these things because they want you to be programmed so you could feed into paying your taxes, you could feed into being a good employee, you could feed into building other people's businesses, and that's what they want you to do. But if you take the time to just sit there and understand your true self and why you're here, figure out what you like, what you don't like, and just roll with certain things, I feel like you're going to have a better flow with life. Things are going to come to you more. Every single person has a purpose, and every single person's purpose is different. If you learn what's for you, you'll be able to go about life with more confidence, and you'll be able to hold your head higher, and you'll be able to walk into rooms and brighten them up, and people are going to feed off of that energy, and it's something that no one can take from you. It's something that's so special. Feeding off of that, there's a few things that I would tell my future self as well. One of them being, I hope you become happy with your goals and the choices that you made, and even all of your failures. You're going to look back at the days that you struggled, and you're going to realize why they had to be like that. You're going to thank yourself for all those late nights that you put in. But just as important, you're going to thank yourself for the time you took off to enjoy the things around you. Future you, never forget to take care of yourself. Make sure that you're taking time to relax. Make sure that you're taking time to exercise. Make sure your diet is good and you're healthy and you're in shape so you can live a longer, brighter life. Self-care is essential for a fulfilled life and a happy way. Future you, I hope that you were kind to the people, even in the moments when they were not kind to you. Because all that lashing out, all those negative things said, or the times that you may have lost your temper, you're going to look back and you're going to regret it. You're going to want to apologize for certain things. You're going to want to repent. If you can just avoid those mistakes, that is the purest beauty. I hope that you never get too comfortable. No matter how good things get, there's always more to learn, and there's always more progression to be made. But with this being said, I still hope that you take time to breathe and not end up cutting off years of your life due to stress and overwhelming yourself. It's going to be so easy to burn yourself out. Just breathe and relax and look around you and enjoy what you have, because life is also a little bit of luck, and there may not be a time where you have everything you once dreamed of. But if you are working towards your goals and you did the best that you possibly could, you're going to be satisfied. And future you, make sure that you share all of your blessings with the world. Make sure that you continue to teach. Make sure that you donate your money. Make sure you help others in need. And you're going to have such a fulfillment that nobody will be able to take from you. Never take anything for granted, though. And continue to take things with a pinch of salt.